Yeah, my fuel is getting low in the reefer. And I still got to spend the night here before I do my delivery tomorrow morning. And there's no way I'm going to get my trailer. I'm not going to even get out of here the way people are parked over here. They're literally parked double wide here. I'll never make that turn. I can't even turn right. This is a severe cluster muck at this place. But you know what? I probably won't want to take my trailer out anyway, because I'll lose my parking spot pretty quick. So I'm going to buy a jerry can. Actually, I think they got some in there. Yeah, I'll have to buy myself a jerry can. And I think they got 5-gallon ones in there. And I'll just have to do multiple transactions until that tank is full, because but I'm not going to do it. I'll do it later on tonight. But yeah, it's nuts here. People park anywhere here, on top of each other, in front of the fueling lanes, everywhere. So these guys are literally parked right in front of the fueling island. That's hilarious. I can't believe they get away with that. This guy in the extra lease truck and the two guys beside him are totally blocking those two fueling lanes. You can't even use them. Unless you're a bobtail, you're not going to get in those. So I had to talk to the security guard and find out tonight when I gotta leave, it's gonna have to get those these two trucks here, they're gonna have to go, or I won't be able to get out of here. I tried to knock on the door of that flat deck to ask him how long he was gonna be here, but he was ignoring me. But he's gonna be woken up at 2:30 in the morning if he's still here. I've seen some busy places before, but this one is very busy. Whew, it's warm out there. My APU unit is running hard. I can't run the engine either, because yesterday I fired up my APU, or tried to fire up my APU, and it wouldn't start. I'm like, oh, now what? So I let it sit for about a half an hour, and finally it kicked in. I'm like, I'm not turning it off now. Morning. Yeah, it's a little bit dark this morning, and I apologize for that. You probably again, I'm going to shut this off so I'm not being distracted. But it is very, very early, because my delivery time is at 4:30 in the morning. Everybody's turning left here. I wonder if this is... You see? Oh, I see. That's a... Oh, that looks like a Costco. Oh, that explains why there's so many trucks around here. Look at all these trucks here. Probably all delivering at Costco. We're about 47 minutes away from our delivery. Fortunately, it's early enough where I shouldn't have too many problems getting there because, yeah, as you can see, there's nobody out here except for just trucks in this area. But this is all Walmart, or not Walmart, this is Costco distribution traffic here. That's what we got in front of us here. This definitely looks like the place, and there's a whole lot less trucks in here. Before, all along the right wall there, all you seen was just nothing but trucks parked in there. I really don't even know where the receiving is. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Oh, I see someone walking out. That's a good sign. Well, I tell you one thing, maybe I can say I'm grateful that I'm doing a delivery at this early in the morning, because when I looked on the map, this entire place was jam-packed. Let's see what we got here. Do we have to fill that out?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Is there anybody in today?
Not sure.
Huh. Have you been here before? Do you know what the routine is?
Yeah, sign in and basically just wait for.
Just sit here or go sit in your truck?
Oh no, sit here first.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
Morning.
Morning, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Those 31.
31 and don't break the seal. All right, so we got a door. All right, we're all done here. The lumper fee was only 146 bucks, so that's not bad. I expected it to be higher, but no. I guess because the unload was so easy and there was nothing to count, everything's on skids, all wrapped up, so they don't really have to do anything but just look at the bills. They'll know how many's on each skid. $146 to probably take them 5 minutes to look it over. Pretty good deal for them. Yeah, so I'm just glad we got all that accomplished, everything done. And now we're going to make our way to Castaic, to the Flying J down there, because, or is that a Pilot? I can't remember. Because I really don't know, I don't have a backload yet. And chances are I'll be heading to either Salinas or Oxnard or maybe even a Prime Time. And instead of going back to where I was, what's that place called again? I can't remember now. Anyway, I'm really tired. I only got 2 hours of sleep last night, so I didn't get much. But we'll head down there to Castaic, find a parking spot. We shouldn't have any issue getting parking down there. It is a Monday morning. A lot of guys are probably going to be leaving the truck stop there just to get to their destinations where they got to deliver today. So I shouldn't have a problem getting a spot down there, and if I do have a problem, I'll just reserve one. It doesn't really matter. very tired. I'm just kind of curious what the parking situation will be like in here. I hope it's good. I hope I can get a spot. That's all reserved, or I don't know if I can park there. Maybe I can park right in this spot here. Oh, that's all reserved. Please let there be. What's this guy doing? Come on, buddy. Come on out. That's not a reserved spot. That's beautiful. Thank you, Jesus. as soon as I pull up, there's a spot available right there. Oh, I love you, Lord. Oh, there's a few spots. Okay, good. I had choices there. That's good. Good to know. Well, friends, I am too tired to say much more. I am just going to settle myself in my spot here and then catch up with you guys soon once we find out what's going on. We have risen. I got a little bit of sleep because I didn't get any last night. I got 1 hour of sleep last night. And when I got here and parked the truck here, I passed out, slept for about 5 or 6 hours. So I'm a little bit more refreshed now. I didn't want to sleep any longer than that because I want to make sure I can sleep tonight. Why didn't I get any sleep last night, you ask? Well, I had a bit of an issue with a driver that was parked next to me. Well, he had the issue. Just an absolute bizarre, psychotic individual. That's the only words I can describe. I was in my sleep, we're working on my video, and I decided to take a break, so I came out to sit down here, and I'm just looking around, and I look over here, and there's a guy parked next to me. He just had drawn his privacy blinds, and he sees me looking at him. I just took a quick look at him, and right away he fires up his truck, and he moves ahead. Literally to the point where the nose of his truck was sticking out more than everybody else's, and I'm like, okay, fine. He's not very sociable, whatever. And then I started seeing other trucks, flat decks, etc., parking in front of me where I was parked. And I'm like, I'm never going to be able to make that left-hand turn at 3 in the morning. And I'm looking at this guy over here, and I'm like, and he's stuck right out. So I figured if I have to make a right, I just thought I would go over and be courteous and knock on his door and say, hey buddy, I may have to make a right when I leave out of here. I don't want to bang on your door at 3 o'clock in the morning. So before you hit the hay, can you back the truck up, you know, even with everyone else? That way I don't have to wake you in the morning, because I'll never be able to make that right-hand turn with him sticking out like that. And right away he just starts freaking on me and says, what do you ask all those other guys? Because I'm black, you're racist. He started calling me a racist because he was black and I didn't ask any of the white guys to move. And I said, well, they're not in the way, you are, and I'm not racist. I'm far from racist. But he was just playing the race card. He was playing the race card. He was giving me the bird. He was swearing at me. He was spitting. He was just, I swear this guy was possessed, man. He just had so much anger and bitterness in his heart. And I said, hey man, all I wanted to do was save you the grief of getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning from me knocking on your door. And he just kept swearing at me, and I says, forget it, just forget it. If I got to get him to move in the morning, I'll get the security guard to move him. So an hour goes by. I had to get some fuel for my reefer, so I did. I got a jerry can, that didn't work, I had to return it, that's a different story. About an hour and a half later, I'm sitting here just looking at my comments, my YouTube comments. He gets out of his truck and he starts wandering around in circles around my truck and trailer. I'm like, what is this guy doing? He's taking down my license plate number of the truck and trailer. I'm like, why is he doing that? And then he stands there and he's pacing back and forth and he's going like this, like he's showing me he's making a phone call. So I put 2 and 2 together. This nutbar is actually going to call the police over me asking him to back his truck up. So he gets back in his truck, he puts this little beacon on in his window that's flashing, and he puts his 4-ways on. I'm like, wow, I've seen everything. I'm going to call these guys too. Yep. All I did was ask this guy if he could pull his truck back a little bit. See where it is? See how far it's sticking out? And then he starts calling me a racist because I asked him to move his truck back so I can get out in the mornings. The guy's crazy. So anyway, I'm just relaxing. I'm in the back of my sleeper. Sure enough, the sheriff's department shows up. And they start to talk to him, and he's waving his arms in the air, and you could tell by the police, the reaction on his face, he thought, wow, this guy's crazy. And not to mention that, the guy in the truck there, he's got a gas mask around his neck that he's wearing. It's not just a mask, it's a mask that you use when you paint vehicles. With filters on them. I'm like, okay, a little overprotective when it comes to, you know, the air, I guess he's breathing or whatever. I guess he's really paranoid of this COVID thing. So he goes back into his truck after talking to the police. The police waved me out to come and talk to them. And this is what happened. How you doing?
How you doing, sir? You guys in a little dispute?
No, the only dispute I had is that he had his truck sticking out this far and I got it on video. And there was guys parked in front there and here. And I said to him very nicely, I says, hey brother, if I got to make a right-hand turn, you're sticking out far. I don't want to wake you up at 3 a.m. because that's when I have to leave. And then he starts calling me racist and starts spitting at me and everything. And I'm like, come on, man, I just asked you to...
Do you have any of that on camera?
No, I don't. I didn't have it running. I didn't expect that to happen.
Did you get out now?
Well, the guy left now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so somebody's... Okay.
Somebody was standing. There was a flat deck there.
Oh, okay.
So I just said, in case I have to go that way, that guy wasn't there. And then he just starts freaking on me. I'm like, calling me racist, and I thought he was from... And then I realized he's from Calgary. He's from Canada like me. Like, what is going on with that? So...
Right. Everything's good, though?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I mean, as long as...
You guys are leaving in the morning. You got a couple hours.
I want to get some sleep, but he's walking around my truck and pacing around my truck like a nutcase. So I don't even know if I can sleep tonight. I don't know if he's going to be up to something.
Well, call us back if he wakes up.
Do you have a card?
Just call the 911.
I hope I don't have to do that.
Yeah, hopefully you don't. He's leaving in the morning too.
Avoid talking to him.
Oh, I haven't.
Confrontation.
I never expected that.
Okay.
Anyway, gentlemen.
No problem. Plus you lock your doors and everything.
Oh yeah, big time. Thank you for what you do too.
No problem.
Be safe, okay, guys? Yeah. Yeah. So after that, I went in my truck, made sure all my doors and everything were locked. And I laid down. It was time to get some sleep. And he kept getting in and out of his truck and walking around. I'm like, oh, I wonder if this guy's going to tamper with my truck, my airlines or something, pull my pin. So every time he got in and out of his truck, I'm out looking at my mirrors to see what he's doing. This went on most of the night. So 2 o'clock in the morning rolls around. I finally fell asleep. 3 a.m. I had to wake up. By the time I woke up, he was already gone. So this is why I didn't get any sleep last night. And I had to do my delivery this morning and drive here to Castaic with not a whole lot of sleep. I mean, I was still safe to drive, or I wouldn't have. But it was just not a very good evening. And to make matters worse, the guy's from Calgary. He's a fellow Canadian. And he's calling me a racist because he's colored. It's not my fault he's colored. I just asked him if he could back his truck up. Yeah, you really, really, really shake your head at some of these things. This world is crazy. It is. There's a lot of angry people, and because of all these racist things that's happening in the world, you can't talk to somebody without them thinking you're racist. I mean, God forbid if he parked in a spot that he shouldn't have been in and Flying J asked him to move, who knows, he might attack him with a hammer. Anyway, so that's the exciting evening I had last night. So I made it here to the pilot here in Castaic. You guys remember me showing you guys a little bit of this area before on one of my videos. I do like this area. This is a very, very busy truck stop. When I got here, I don't remember what time it was. I think it was 10 or 11. There was only a few spots available, lots of reserve, but I'm pretty sure all the reserved is gone. So we managed to get a spot in the corner here, which I'm very, very happy with. So we're just going to relax for the rest of the night. I actually just finished my video, so I'm happy about that. So I'm a little too tired to do a Bible break because I got to still record that, but I'm going to do that in the morning when I wake up. I got a feeling I'll be up very early. So until the morning, I still don't know what my backload is. I think they may send me to Oxnard to get bananas. I don't know, but we'll see. So see you guys in the morning. Turning on my reefer because I'm going to sweep my trailer out, and it's a bit warm out here, so might as well cool down in there. Grab my broom. Good place to stash your broom. Right where your load locks are. They fit nicely right in there. I haven't received the back load yet. I got a feeling I'm going to be here all day again. That's a negative thing to come into California. Take 3 days to come up here, sit around for 4 days. Just seems to be the way things go. Maybe I might have to avoid California for a while. This is what's been going on every time I come here. I'm here for 3 or 4 days. I got a garbage can right there too. I can put my garbage in whenever I get out of here. I don't think it'll be much. I don't even see any skids in there, or skid pieces. I don't mind a little bit of a workout. I'm starting to do my weights again. So maybe after this, we'll go for a bit of a walk. Just to get out. Okay, I got it all swept out. The only problem is that the forklift that the guy was using deposited a whole bunch of grease in here. So, just so it doesn't cause a problem to the forklifts that are loading me, I'm gonna clean it up best I can. They must have just greased it. before they loaded me or unloaded me. I think it looks pretty good. Looks nice and clean. There's no odor in here at all, which is typical of a frozen fry load. It's almost hard to tell what was even in here. Even though it's empty, I still lock it anyway. Just to make sure no one can mess around with the trailer. All right, that should be good. Well, good afternoon, friends. Yeah, we've been here yesterday and most of today, and we do have a back load. This back load is going to be interesting. It's 3 picks. One is in Wilmington, California, and the second one is in Bell Garden, California, which are both south of LA, not very far, close to Santa Barbara area. Or is it Santa Barbara? No, that's not right. No, it's not too. It's in the area of, I don't know where I get Santa Barbara from. I think that's because I'm going to be going by Santa Barbara. Yeah, it's south of LA, and it's yeah, it's close to Long Beach. Close to Long Beach, and then our final pick is going to be in Santa Maria. That's why I thought of Santa Barbara, because I was looking at the map earlier. So we got to do 2 tomorrow, and then the following morning Santa Barbara, and then the load goes to Ontario. So what the plan is, tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. is my first pickup. I did do some research. There is parking on the street. But other drivers have said if you don't get there early enough, you won't get any parking. So what I'm going to do, I'm planning right now, because it's 1:32. By the time I get down there, it's going to be about 3:34. I'm trying to time it when people are leaving, that are parked on the road, that are working in the buildings, that they will be leaving, and then it'll open up a space for me. That's what I'm hoping for, because I do not want to make my way down there tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock in the morning just to fight that traffic. I'd rather go through it tonight, because I got lots of time to get down there. The only sad thing about it, my very first day of driving on my 70 is only going to consist of 1 hour and 23 minutes. It's not going to be very long. So we'll probably have to do a reset when we get into Ontario, but that's the way it is. got off the highway. Very busy, but I'm glad I made it here tonight. I can only imagine what that would be like in a rush hour, during rush hour in the morning. That just would be ugly. So, the port of Los Angeles is just over here. Oh, we're right there. I bet you that's a really busy port. Okay, so the place, there's the place right there in front of me, K-Pac. That is where we will be going. I have no idea if there's any kind of parking on this road. The reason why like I said, I was hoping maybe to get a spot on the road here. Doesn't look like there's too many options here. Ay, ay, ay. Does not look like a pleasant place to be parked. Well, I'm gonna have to just circle around and see. I got plenty of time. I'm hoping some of this area will open up when people go home. Good grief. Notice this spot right over here. I think I'm allowed, it doesn't say no parking. I think I can park right along this fence. Look at this, there's a truck wash right here. I can get my trailer washed out, but I don't have any cash. He says he doesn't take EFS. Look at this. Look at this beautiful spot I just found here. This is ideal. The place I'm going to is right there. Oh, this is just worked out amazing. It really did. Well, my friends, we'll see you in the morning. I'm just gonna settle in and make myself something to eat. When I called yesterday, I told them, she asked me who I was picking up from, and then I gave her that number and she was able to find it. That's the only number I have.
Do you know who you talked to?
Excuse me, miss?
Yes.
You said it started with a 0?
Yes.
Okay, I think I forgot to put a 0 in there.
No.
Or is that the one there? Sorry, dear.
Yeah, that one.
Sorry about that.
01584, can you just write
Yeah, I can write that in there. Why would I write the wrong number down? Trying to make my life difficult, Ray. Sorry about that.
That's fine. Go ahead and back into door 1.
No.
Right here.
Okay.
Door and open your doors back in. When you get a green light, come back to the office.
Okay, thank you. Door number 1. What's behind door number 1? Well, we'll see how long it takes for them to load us. I mean, my next appointment is 11 a.m., so even if they took 3 hours, it wouldn't make any difference here to me. Because there's not a whole lot of parking at the other place where I'm going to. Yeah, this day here last night wasn't that bad. I didn't have any issues with any people out here. There were some people were saying it's not the greatest place to park, but you know what? I had no issue here. No issue at all. we're done with pick number 1, about 12,000 pounds, 8 skids, and now we're heading over to number 2. They don't load me until 11 a.m., but I should be there about 9:30. But the way this traffic is in this area, I'm better off to leave now. It could take me an hour to get there. It's only 37 minutes away, but it could take an hour. I don't know what the traffic is going to be like. Sure, it's nice to see the nice cool temperatures out here. It's 22. And as you can see, it's overcast, so it's nice. It's really nice here. It is very nice. Kind of reminds me of the BC weather. But I guess this is normal when you're this close to the water. I mean, the ocean is just right there. Well, we're about 6 minutes away from where we are picking up, and I'm gonna have to be looking around on the street to see where I can pull over, because after doing a Google search and a Google view, very limited parking around that area, and their facility is pretty tight in there too, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to park on site. So, again, we're gonna have to look for a place on the street to park. Well, I see a spot right here. I think the place I'm going to is right there in the corner. So I'm gonna grab this spot while I can. Well, we're finally done at our second pick. I'm just up the road because somebody forgot to give me the documentation that will get us over the border, so they had to have someone show up and do this. Look at all this paperwork. I gotta photocopy all of this and send it in. But it's not gonna happen now because I don't have time to sit on the side of the road for an hour and a half, because that's how long it's gonna take me to send all that. You know, it's so funny. I had a funny feeling this trip was going to be a bit of a pain in the butt, and it has proven that. It has definitely proven that. They had their paperwork all confused. They didn't really know what, they just seemed very, very confused on what they were doing in there. Super nice people, but yeah, the paperwork was not matching up to what they were sending out, and they had some Vancouver and Burnaby stuff on there. They didn't know if they were supposed to take that, and I says, well, I'm going to Canada, but I'm going to Toronto area, so there's probably another truck that's taking that to Vancouver. So that's where all the confusion was. Oh, gracious. Oh. But at least that's done. And then right now I'm gonna make my way up to Fraser Park, to Flying J up there, or the Pilot rather, because I gotta park it in Santa Maria tonight. And come on, truck. And my reefer is already a quarter, the tank is already drained, already a quarter of the fuel. It's unbelievable, man. So yeah, I'm gonna have to top it up again before I go down there. These small tanks are a nuisance, absolute nuisance. Sorry there, buddy, I hope I didn't cut you off. just on my way to my final pick. You know, I had a feeling that this trip was going to be a bit of a headache. It has been a little bit so far, but then I find out because these are meat loads, or there's product of meat on these, that they may need to be inspected now when I cross the border. They may have to make an appointment for that. I just had a feeling that this load was going to be a headache. Sure enough, it is. Oh well, if it needs to be inspected, it needs to be inspected. So I won't be able to cross at the Windsor crossing. It'll have to be in Sarnia. I don't know why Sarnia. I guess that's the one the broker wants us to cross at. So we have never crossed at that border crossing before, so that'll be a new experience. At least we get to avoid the Detroit area and everything, so, and all the construction on the Ambassador Bridge. But I'm pretty sure that won't be the end of it. Yeah, a bit of a headache indeed. But it's a really nice cool morning this morning, 13 degrees Celsius. It's a cool one. But that's what happens when you're right on the ocean, right? I don't mind it. It kind of reminds me of being back in BC. This is the kind of weather BC weather is like in the morning. Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Alright, we're gonna have to straddle these lanes here. This does not look like I have a whole lot of room. You're gonna have to back up, dear. Can you back up? Okay, she doesn't understand backing up. You don't have to curve there, dear. Thank you. Wow, she didn't look very happy that she had to do that. Well, sorry dear, it's either that or run over you. Okay, so the place I'm looking for is up on the right here. I wonder if that was it there. Can't stand these places that you don't see the name on them. West Rock, I don't know what that is. That might be the place right there. Actually, that is the place right there. That is definitely the place. I've seen it on the map when I looked at it on Google Earth. And I don't see anything going on in there. I don't even know if they're even open yet. Why don't I see anybody here? This is definitely the place. It's kind of weird. There's no trucks in here at all. You know what's funny? When I looked on Google Earth, none of those houses over there were here. Ring bell for service. Where is the bell? No bell. This is funny. I don't see a bell anywhere here. Hi. I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay.
I might have talked to you yesterday. I was told that I can use this pickup number, the 35. So those are the two pickups numbers I have on the bottom there.
The 09 number is correct. Let me see if I can pull it up on my computer. If I can't, then I will need you to get that other number.
Second with the 356 number.
Reefer minus 10, sir?
Yes, it is. Yeah, I've got some other skids on there, so it's at -10, yeah.
Your truck name?
It's the truck name is iHaul, but I'm picking up from May Transport. So you just want the truck?
May Transport.
Yeah.
Your name?
Ray, R-A-Y.
Sir, go ahead and back into door number 3.
Okay.
Keep your doors closed until they ask you to open them, okay?
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. Door number 3. There's like nobody else here. I should be in and out of here in no time. Well, friends, we are finally finished all these pigs. 3 has been accomplished. A load of strawberries. You don't want to go in to drive their truck? Thank you. So, we got a little of everything on this trailer. We got some meat products, we got something else and whatever, and a load of strawberries. Yeah, this is what you would call a reefer LTL load. That's what it is. A lot of different customers, lots of paperwork, but we're finally done. So we got 45 hours before we get to our destination. So I'm guessing, did I just say that? I'm guessing. I'm guessing I will be able to cross over in Sarnia. I think that's the crossing. That will happen, I'm hoping, Monday night. I'd like to cross over there on the holiday. Then I can go into the Toronto area without having to deal with all the traffic. That would be ideal. But we'll see what happens. In the meantime, 4.5 days of driving ahead of us here. I'll be very happy to get out of this area because I've been spending too much time out here anyway. Almost a whole week I sat out here. It feels like it anyway. I got here Friday, now it's Friday, so what does that tell you? That's insane. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be taking a break from California for a while after this.
Took my back to the wind to catch my breath before I start off again. Driven on without a moment to spend. The passing evening with a drink and a friend. I let my skin get too thin. I like to pause no matter what it represents. Like some pilgrim loves to transcend. To live as if we care for the end. I'm not looking back, but I wanna look around me now. See all of the people and the places that surround me now. Time stands still. A little bit stronger. Experience slips away. Experience slips away. Time stands still. Turn my face to the sun. I close my eyes. Let my defenses down. All those wounds that I can't get around. I let my past go too fast. No time to pause. And run the all it all down. Like some captain, ship underground. I could wait until the night comes around. little bit stronger. Making it brighter, a little bit stronger. Please this motion a little bit longer. The innocence slips away. The innocence slips away. Time stands still. Time stands still. I'm not looking back, but I wanna look around me now. See more of the people and the places that surround me now. Time stands still. Something's going through, time's growing older. Children growing up, old friends growing older. Baby's motion a little bit longer. Making sensation a little bit stronger. Experience slips away. Experience slips away. The innocence slips away.